Got an AC down. Line feels way hot, but it could actually just be the summer heat. Same temperature as the one next to it. It's turned off. Fan motor is running. It's only like 115, 112 maybe. Alright. Pull off all our screws on the front panel. Hopefully it's just a burned wire. Burned wiring is usually a lot easier than, you know, Freon troubles and overheated compressors and all that kind of fun. But, you know, it is what it is, so let's take a look. Lid didn't want to come out of there. There we go. Let's see what we got. Wiring appears intact. Compressor does not feel hot, so that's good. Contactor points look a little burned. Capacitor looks way tired. Also, we got looks like the capacitors have been definitely replaced before. That contactor seems suspect. All our wiring's okay. Yeah, I bet it's the capacitors. Should secure up this capacitor better. Go grab a couple, change it out, go from there. Compressor's not hot, so it suggests I'm not getting anything to the compressor. It's also very possible it's that contactor. Its the points are fairly burned, but it does look like a newer contactor. Alright, well I might as well pull the fuses. It's not doing anything, just the fan blowing. Trace down the conduit. It's this one here. So I'll go ahead and pull that. I'll go ahead and discharge it. I can bring my meter and test it as well. Yep. But I think I'm going to replace that 5 too. It just looks rusted out. And this should be a 35. Okay, get going. Okay, so trying a new strap for my camera. We'll see how this works out. It's a little bit different, so I don't know if it'll work out as good for you guys. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. Blazing hot, I'll tell you that much. Okay. So we've got a disconnect pulled, and what I want to test, my bag's definitely not the most organized thing in the world here, but what I want to do is do a continuity test. We've already discharged our capacitor, already pulled the disconnect. Going to set this to ohms, and what we want to see is if we're getting continuity across the contactor. So we're getting it there, and we're getting it there. So that's good. So our contactor is actually okay. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's bridging the leads, and it's giving us the continuity on both sides. So it's either our capacitor or our compressor. So I'm gonna go with the capacitors. You know, a lot cheaper and easier to replace. So Here we go. It's my new capacitor, 35. I don't have much room here. It's a tight area. We've got the HERM, which is the yellow wire on one side, and then the common on the other side. The yellow start wire is usually by itself, and the common is together. I'm actually going to take this clip now off and put you guys up here. Hopefully that's a decent view here. And I can just replace the hard start kit at the same time, since we're doing a new contactor here. Again, we've discharged our capacitor, holding only the insulated handle of the screwdriver and bridging the leads. So there we go there. And we can actually measure this capacitor. Pull the hard start kit. Actually looks like a new hard start kit. But I'll set this to microfarads. We'll take a reading on the capacitor. It takes a second to build up, but we're showing like 2. That's a bad cap. Okay. Now I'll show you on the new cap. $35. Yeah. Yeah, it's 35 plus or minus 5%. You can check out my video. I need to make it still actually, but I'm gonna make it on what that actually means, tolerances for the capacitors. Anyway, here goes. So we got our common on one side, and we want to make sure these are nice and tight, our leads. Here's our yellow start wire on the other side. Okay. And then we've got our fan wire, common wire coming up over here. Put it right there. And that's nice and tight. This one is a little loose. I'm going to crimp it down just a tiny bit. The easiest way to do that there. Okay. And this is hanging a little bit, so I'm actually going to strap this in along with the fan capacitor here. And just because this one has so much rust on it, I'm going to go ahead and replace this one. Little 5 microfarad capacitor. Got a new hard start kit. So there's our new hard start kit. I'll hang the hard start kit under right here. Okay. Now I need the new 5 microfarad capacitor, and I need a cable tie. And what I really like is these military grade cable ties. You know, out here in the sun, stuff takes a beating big time. So I like these big strap-in military grade cable ties. So that's what I'm going to do right here. And again, you can wrap it around both capacitors just to take the pressure off of that red wire. Right there. plenty hot today. There we go, nice and tight, and I can always replace one or the other very easily. Okay, now we'll run our fan leads, our capacitor. Nice and tight there. This one, tiny bit. Could be a tiny bit tighter. Now it is. Okay, there we go. Make sure nothing's going to jump around on us. Okay, ready to test it out. Just for the heck of it, show you the microfarad test on this capacitor, since we're already set here. This one tested at 2.4. So even though it was working on the fan motor, that's 50%. I mean, it's a 5 microfarad, you know, it had lost half of its deal, so I think that was the right call there. I'm going to show you an amp draw test since I'm just starting the system up. What you want to do is only clamp one wire, and it can be the black wire or the red wire. You don't want to clamp both wires, it can actually ruin your meter. So I'm going to clamp this one here. Set my meter over here. And I'm going to fire this puppy up and hope for the best here. Hope everything works out. Before I do that, I will trim off that cable tie. I don't want anyone to get jabbed by that by accident. Okay. Let's fire it up. Here it goes. And give you the view of it. Okay, here goes. Compressor did not fire up. It's on 3.2 amps. Okay. Not good. So the next test is going to be for voltage. This is a tight area. Tight. What am I missing? Okay, so now I'm going to switch to volt amps. And then we're just going to check across different spots here. Go to ground. And our wiring coming in. About 120. About 120. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go ahead and discharge the capacitor. Yeah, all kinds of fun here today. Okay. Let's hope that's all it is. We just had no connection there. Okay. Going to re-discharge the capacitor. Again, the capacitor has now been recharged since we've put energy to it. And I just need to find that red wire, which is right here. Yeah, and you couldn't even see it there, but the wire is gone there. Got some cable strippers in my bag. Definitely need to get some water. It's just too hot out here. So I gotta hurry up and get out of here. Too hot. Too hot. Okay. There we go. The important part here is not to lose any strands of the wire. And if it's a solid wire, not to nick the wire. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to start over here. I'm going to go past this burn section. Here we go. This is actually the wrong kind of wire strippers, so I'm just going to use my Leatherman. I'm just going to be careful not to lose any strands or cut through. Cut through any strands. Alright. And if you can find it, you can check here. A little piece of insulation. Okay. But I've got a nice good deal there. Okay. And so now, I'm just going to thread it under that screw on the contactor. I hope that's all this is. There we go, nice and strong there. Okay, let's fire it up, see what happens. Oh, it's a beautiful sound, I tell you. It's a beautiful, beautiful sound. Alright. Anyway, back to that amp draw deal. There we go. Just one wire. Showing 14 amps. All right. I don't know if I'm going to have a data plate that's worth anything here. Yeah. Nope. No such luck. Oh well. Anyway, we got a 14 amps of amp draw. Okay. We feel the line, make sure it gets nice and cold. So far, so good. Okay. Very glad everything started up. Starting to get cleaned up here. Getting nice and cold. That's good. Good, good, good. Definitely should get rid of all this trash in here. This is not good. Clean things up. This I'll save because we can always fix that at some point. That's actually a compressor bolt deal. Looks like it's left over from the old one, so I can junk that out. Alright. I'll stay with it and make sure it stays cold. Yeah, it's beautiful. We're good to go. A little fun troubleshooting, tighten things up, made things a little safer for the next guy. We're good to go. Stay cool out there. It's a blazer.